Then there are dream cars, just like this Porsche GT3 RS. While most of us just get to see them on social media or magazines, today I got to drive this, and not only this, the entire Porsche lineup here in India, and get a feel of what these cars are all about across different challenges and track experiences at the Porsche Track Experience today.
Our day began with an address by Porsche brand director Manolito Vujicic and a briefing with our 4 instructors, including lead instructor James Burnett. Before we were let loose on the BIC track, Porsche had 2 exercises planned for us in the parking area. The first one was a handling test in which we drove the 911 Carrera S cabriolet before getting a lap in the almighty GT3 RS. The 911 felt lively around the sharp turns and short straights of the challenge, thanks to its twin-turbo flat-6 petrol engine, pushing out 444 PS of power and 530 Nm of torque, and had impressive and intuitive braking as well. However, it was a lap in the GT3 RS that gave us a hint that there is much more to come on the day as it went on. Next, we moved on to the braking challenge.
Alright, so now we're gonna hop into the Panamera Turbo S for the braking test, for which we will be barreling down the tarmac to those blue cones and then brake hard and turn to test out the braking and the ABS. So let's begin.
The V8 Panamera Turbo S is a beast, producing 621 PS of power and 820 Nm of torque. The almost 2-ton mammoth can go from 0 to 100 km per hour in a blistering 3.1 seconds, and that is when we were supposed to press on the brakes completely and do a quick maneuver to test the vehicle's ABS and braking prowess. The Panamera Turbo S features the automaker's Porsche ceramic composite brakes as standard, and 420 mm discs at the front and 410 mm discs at the back. Out of the 3 runs we made, the Panamera took the beating like a champ and delivered the desired braking precision each and every time.
Alright, what an experience that was with the Panamera Turbo S. Can't wait to see what Porsche has for us on the cards in the track experiences. So let's move on there. Alright, now we're at the track of the BIC, where we are now going to be taking the wheel of this Cayenne Turbo and doing a cornering test. Let's see what the instructors have planned for us for this test.
Like the earlier run, we were allowed 3 attempts at nailing the perfect apex in the big and brawny SUV. It was particularly interesting to get a first-hand experience of the big 5-liter 8-cylinder engine producing 570 PS of power and 800 Nm of torque. The SUV climbed up to triple-digit speeds with little to no effort, with the faint rumble of the 8-cylinder seeping inside the cabin to keep you entertained. While the obvious physical constraints can make the Cayenne understeer, if you pitch it right, it has no problem in carving out a clean corner and putting a big smile on your face. Done with the initial 3 tests, it was finally time to take the 718 Spider, 911 Carrera S and the almighty GT3 RS out on the track for some laps. While neither of the sports cars were a disappointment in any aspect, it was interesting to see how much they differentiated from each other in character. We began our laps with the 718 Spider, which was the only car with a manual gearbox at the track on the fateful day. The 718 revved happily up till 8,500 RPMs and was most comfortable shifting gears beyond the 5,000 RPM mark. Being on the track, I was not complaining and enjoyed the ride thoroughly. When cornering at high speeds, the 718 felt confident and quick in a true roadster fashion, and the beautiful sound note from the 6-cylinder engine at the back sang to perfection and left me completely exhilarated. Next, we quickly did a changeover of cars and sat inside the GT3 RS. This is where it truly felt like a track day, as the GT3 was raw and beastly. It was also the only car without any air conditioning, and justifiably so. Intimidated by the GT3 RS at first, I began my drive slowly, but soon learned that there was nothing to be worried about. Why? Well, because here I was piloting a track-focused tool that was as precise and sharp as a scalpel. Cornering on the GT3 RS was as effortless and intuitive as one can hope, as something out of a digital video game. But you are brought back into real life with the roar of the naturally aspirated 4-liter flat 6 engine at over 9,000 RPMs. I confess it was hard to keep the urge of passing the pilot car under control. The 7-speed dual clutch 2 was lightning quick, and the overall experience was simply surreal. For perspective, the GT3 RS has a naturally aspirated 6-cylinder putting out 525 PS of power and 465 Newton meters of torque. The sports car can do a 0 to 100 km/h sprint in just 3.2 seconds and has a top speed of 296 km/h. Done with that, we got to the final car of the day, which was the 911 Carrera S. By now, spoiled by what I had experienced in the other two cars, I took the liberty of nitpicking on the 911 and came to the conclusion that it is not as composed during high-speed cornering as I would like it to be. However, that is exactly a telltale sign of the 911 Carrera's generational success. Regarded by supercar enthusiasts as the most popular Porsche around the world, the 911 is the perfect balance in this lineup between a car that someone can drive daily and still take to the track on the weekends. It had refined interiors and a comparatively plusher ride, and soul-cheering performance from the 3-liter 6-cylinder engine delivering 444 PS of power and 530 Newton meters of torque. And after 3 glorious laps, my time at the track came to an end.
So as you just saw, the Porsche lineup here in India has to be one of the most exciting lot of cars being sold in the country. While the sports cars such as the GT3 RS, the 718s and the 911s are visceral and raw beasts. At the same time, the Cayennes, the Macans and even the Panamera bring that same raw power with a sense of style and luxury. What more does one want? Tell us what you thought about the Porsche Track Day experience in the comment section below. Like always, remember to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more such content. Until next time, this is Amba Banerjee signing out.